Hi, this video is all about beliefs, and it will be much easier if you've got something specific that you want to work on, a particular goal. It might be a particular exam you want to pass, a grade you want to get. Maybe it's I want to settle into my new class, I want to get on with that particular teacher. So if you want to, you can pause the video now to think about a particular goal. Okay, I assume you've got one, we'll crack on. So, beliefs. One of my favourite gags when I talk to groups is to ask the group who here talks to themselves. And, people will go, oh, do I talk to myself? Oh, I'm not sure. I don't think I do. We all talk to ourselves. And the tragedy is that often that voice in our head is really, really negative. I guess it's just trying to keep us safe. But when it's repeating the same negative thing again and again and again, it can start to feel really real. So things like, oh, I can't do exams, or I'm not good at that, or I can't get on with that teacher. They start to feel really real. So one Olympic winning life hack that I love is something called a evidence wall or beliefs wall. There you go, there's a wall over there. And it's something that Olympians use to kind of stop that negative voice in their head and turn it into something much more useful. So how does it work? Basically, each brick represents some evidence that you can do whatever goal it is that you want to do. So say for example Ben Hunt Davis, who I wrote a book with, who won gold for rowing, he and the crew would sit around literally on a daily, weekly basis and go, okay, what's some reasons we can win? Well, the last practice session that we did was much faster than last week. We're getting faster. That will go on the wall. It might be that we had some great feedback from someone who was on the riverbank and showed us how we can improve our technique so we know what to do next time. Great, that's going on the wall. Now, what they did was they actually put bits of paper up on their boathouse wall, and you might want to do that. You might want to think about putting it somewhere at home, or I've actually got notes on my phone so that no one else can see them, but I can see them. Anyway, so here's what we're going to do. Is I'm going to give you a few categories, and once the video's finished, you can work together with your tutor on building your own wall. So the first category that I'd like to explore is around personal memories. What have you done in the past that proves you can achieve the goal you got in mind? So say, for example, I want to pass an exam and I'm worried about it. I don't think I can do it. Well, I need to remind myself there's loads of stuff that I struggled with in the past and I nailed it. It could be, and sometimes these are really daft things that we forget, and we forget how much we've done. Now, I learnt to tie my shoelaces. At the time, that was mega, mega tricky. If I can nail that, then why not do this thing in the future, pass this exam? What else? Learning to read, learning to write, they're big things and we take them for granted. But again, that's another brick that we might want to put up there. We'll all have our own personal challenges. So I broke my elbow, for example, as a kid, and that wasn't very pleasant, but I got through it and managed to survive through that. So I can survive revision. Okay, so personal memories. Think about some things that if you did that in the past, then surely in the future you can achieve your goal. The second category of stuff that if you've got time, you can go into is role models, other people. Now, sometimes people find it very motivating to think about celebrities and to think, oh my goodness, if Kim Kardashian can do that, why can't I? I personally find it much easier to think about people that I know that are around me. So for example, there was someone in my class who was really, really dyslexic, struggled with a lot of the reading and so on, and she's now a doctor. And she, for me, is living proof that, you get the right support, you work hard, etc., you can do it. So for me, she's a role model that I would put, if she can do it, then why can't I? Or it might be someone who's in the year above you, or perhaps it's a teacher who's, been through that process. But, who are some role models that for you think, well, if they can do it, why can't I? Now, you might be thinking, well, hang on a minute, this pile is looking a little bit wobbly, Harriet. And sure enough, when you first build it, it might feel like, is this really, is it true? But the point is, the more that you repeat it, the more that you look at it and remind yourself and add to it, it's almost like putting cement in this wall. It makes it stronger and stronger. So when I talked to Ben Hunt Davis about winning gold in the Olympics, he was very kind of matter of fact about it, not in an arrogant way, but he's like, well, we knew we could win because we had all these reasons why we could. You know, it wasn't guaranteed. Of course, it wasn't guaranteed. It was still really hard, but there was lots of reasons why we could do it. So he kind of tuned out that negative voice in his head and started to build useful self-beliefs. So good luck, enjoy. Hope this is really useful. See you next time.